In London, flats change hands constantly, new tenants come and go, but one flat in Tower Hamlets never stayed empty for long, even when it was. Amira had just left a shared flat in Bethnal Green. She needed space, solitude, a place to breathe after double shifts at the hospital. Flat 19B was all she could afford. The block was government-owned, sterile, soulless. The top floor was nearly empty, except for her. The flat was basic, but peaceful. Too peaceful. Even the outside world seemed muted once the door closed. Then came the sounds. Soft footsteps, always directly above her. But she was on the top floor. No tenants above you. That part of the roof sealed. Maybe it's the pipes. Each night the flat changed. One night her shampoo was poured into the sink. Another, her mirror had words written in the fog. You're home now. You're in 19B. That flat was never meant to be opened again. She said a girl used to live there, alone. She started acting strange, talking to herself, then she disappeared. When the police entered, the flat was empty, except for scratch marks, not on the walls, on the inside of the mirror. She set up a motion camera in the hallway. The next morning, she reviewed the footage. At exactly 3:17 a.m., her front door opened by itself. No one entered, but for a few seconds, the lens fogged, like someone exhaled onto it. She called the police. They found no sign of a break-in, just one thing odd. The official records showed flat 19B had been delisted in 2019 after a tenant was found dead inside, but the body was never recovered. She tried the windows, bolted shut. Phone lines, dead. Her phone recorded hours of footage from the night before, but every file was corrupted, except one, a 7-second clip of her sleeping, and someone standing over her, face blurred, breathing heavy. They never found Amira, but her phone was still recording, a single line repeating through the static. Flat 19B welcomes all who stay. Would you dare spend a night in flat 19B? If this story made your skin crawl, hit like. If you believe real horror hides in the quiet corners of everyday life, subscribe to Fear Diaries. Because here, we don't just tell horror stories. We document fear. Inspired by real places, real whispers, and real people who were never seen again. New nightmares every week. And remember, once you enter, you never leave alone. Some sounds are beautiful. Birds at dawn, a stream, a whistle in the distance. But in the Highlands of Scotland, there's a stretch of forest where whistling means death, and one man learned that too late. Owen loved isolation. He took a break from city life to camp off-grid in the forest near Inverness. Locals warned him not to enter the woods past dusk, and above all, not to whistle. Owen loved isolation. He took a break from city life to camp off-grid in the forest near Inverness. Locals warned him not to enter the woods past dusk, and above all, not to whistle. He laughed, said it was just folklore. The first night went fine, but as he reviewed his footage, he noticed something strange. At 2:43 a.m., the camera recorded a distant whistle. 3 notes, faint, repeating. He was being watched. His gear moved. His bag was soaked in river water, but he'd never left camp. That night, the whistle returned. Not from the distance, from just beyond his tent. He wasn't alone anymore. The whistler wasn't chasing him, he was herding him. Back to the stone ruins, where the trees no longer grew. They never found Owen, just the flute, and his final message, a whisper through static. She whistles to call you, and once you hear it, you belong to her. Would you camp alone in those woods? Not every hotel room is meant to be booked. In York, there's one door they only unlock when all others are full. Room 303. Some say it holds memories. Others say it holds someone. Daniel Whitaker loved visiting haunted places, cemeteries in Devon, tunnels in Edinburgh, cursed woods in Wales. His fans lived for the thrill, real folklore, real fear. Room 303, top floor. Lovely view, but the phone tends to act up. Let us know if it disturbs your sleep. It was charming, old, echoey, the kind of room that made you whisper like someone might be listening. Hello? Hello? But when he got back, something felt different. His bed was made, but not the way he left it. His toothbrush was damp, and his phone had a new voice memo. But he never recorded it. He found stories. March 1974, hotel guest reported missing. Room 303. Belongings untouched. Door locked from inside. Police never solved it. Later, guests reported odd dreams of seeing themselves dead in the bed. It's not supposed to be used, but tourists love spooky rooms. We just never thought anyone stayed more than a night. He answers. A woman sobs. Help me. He won't let me leave. He's in the mirror. He looks. The mirror fogs up by itself. A message appears. Look behind you. He spins. Room empty. Then, his own face is staring back from the bed. But he's still standing. Two of him. One asleep, one awake. The copy smiled. It whispered, Sleep now. Let me wake up. Daniel's camera was found on the roof, broken, still recording static. No trace of him. But 2 weeks later, his YouTube channel posted a video, unscheduled, no title, just 7 hours of white noise. At hour 6, a figure appears, in the corner of room 303, then leans toward the lens and whispers, Do not disturb. Would you survive a night in room 303? If this story left you with chills, hit like. But if you believe in stories that feel too real, if you've ever heard whispers behind locked doors, subscribe to Fear Diaries. We tell horror grounded in real fears, unexplained vanishings, and documented mysteries. And we don't just share stories. We keep the ones that were meant to be forgotten alive.